Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for joining me today and I hope this finds you well. I have this lovely little cherry card to share with you today. I love the sentiment Sweet Friend. As you can see, it's just so cute. And then I've got these lovely little enamel dots that just give it a little bit of extra texture. I think it's just so cute. Now this is Sweet Sorbet. And I've kept it all in Sweet Sorbet nearly, and I like that. The next one I'm going to do is going to be a little different. I'm going to use Tahitian Tide as my card, as my main colour. And I know you don't get Tahitian Tide cherries, but I'm claiming artistic license here, so bear with me. Whoops. I've got things set up here on my stamp apparatus. So I'm going to stamp firstly Sweet Friend. And there's this stamp set here, Sweetest Cherries, and we're going to use Sweet Friend and the cherry bits as well. So let's open up our ink pad and give this a little ink up. Down, up, give it a second coating. There we go, Sweet Cherries. So leave that open actually, bring in my simple chamois and just give everything a little squeaky clean. Lovely. Take that out and now I'm going to put in my friend. I didn't stamp these together because I wanted the sentiments to be quite close to each other and I didn't want them to they wouldn't be able to stamp like that if I did them together. So this is the friend. There we go. There we go, Sweet Friend. So let's clean everything up. Lovely. Going to take this out of the stamp apparatus because we don't need it anymore. And then I'm just going to put my magnets back in their little home. At the back, I love that they have a little home to keep them safe and sound. They don't want to get lost. Sorry about the squeak. Now we're going to stamp our cherries. And we need a piece of, what you call it, scrap basic white. So let's find that. Here we go. This will do nicely. So we're going to stamp our cherries in Tahitian Tide because, as I said, I'm claiming artistic license and I want 2 of them, so stamp 2 of them. There we go. I'm going to clean up as I go along so I don't put something in my blocks on my stamps by mistake. Close up our Tahitian Tide. Going to bring in some soft suede and I'm going to use this to just stamp the stalks. Lovely. Okay. Now for the leaves, I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green, and I thought I saw some ink still on here, so just giving it an extra clean. And I'm going to stamp 2 leaves. Just like that. Okay, so close that up. Now you can punch all of these elements up together in one go. You can make a little template for your punch and plunge them all out in one go. it might work for you, and if it does, that's brilliant. But as I said in a previous video, you do what works for you, and I've tried that method, and for me it just doesn't work. So I punch out everything separately. As I said, if you're able, you can make a template and punch it all out together, and there are videos around showing, and I think I have done a video showing how you're meant to do that, but unfortunately it doesn't work for me, so I do what works for me. So now I've cut my pieces out. Now some of them are a bit short to put in the punch, so I'm just going to use a piece of post-it note, and I'm just going to use this on the side like that, and now that becomes my handle. And now I've got a bigger piece that I can put in the punch. So it means you can use up all your scraps, and of course you can reuse the post-it note tape. Okay, so that's one pretty what you call it, cherry. I actually like this colour on the cherries. I know it's not a normal cherry colour, but I think it's going to look really cute. That is all of our stuff punched out. So let's get rid of all of these bits before they cover the floor, or at least try to. They still migrate everywhere, but we can try. Okay, so let's bring in this piece that we stamped Sweet Friend. Now I have here a piece of the Sun Prints Designer Series paper, and this measures 5 centimeters wide, and this measures more than actually the base, which is 14.35 centimeters, which is fine. We're just going to cut off the excess. Going to cut off anything that overhangs, and this way I like to do it sometimes, because this way I know my piece is going to line up exactly. Okay, so just going to cut off a piece, but if you want a measurement it will be 5 centimeters by 14.35 centimeters, because my card base is 14.35 centimeters. I mean, my piece of Whisper White is 14.35 centimeters wide, and I said Whisper White and I meant basic white. Oh dear. Okay, so let's bring in our card base. And I've got glue everywhere. Not a good look. Thankfully seal just rubs off, so you don't have to worry. Now I have another piece of basic white that has the same measurements, and we're going to put this on the inside for an insert. Now it would look really cute if you wanted to stamp some cherries on the inside. And you know what, I think I'm going to. So let's get back out our Tahitian tide and our cherry. I'm just going to stamp a cherry like that, really simply. So close that up, and then every cherry needs a stalk. I don't think I'll stamp a leaf, but I will stamp the stalk. So just get over your head a clear stamp so you can see easily what you're doing. Just like that. Okay, so now we can put our top on. And you can tell me at the end what you prefer, this Tahitian tide or the sweet sorbet. So let's see how we want our cherries to go in the corner there. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of seal just across one, just like that, so that they stick and together, and then we are going to put some dimensionals on the back. They don't want to come up. There we go. take our backings off. And I'll show you maybe there. Okay, and then we're going to do our stalks. Now, I should have got this out before, but I didn't. I'm going to use my tweezers, because I find it's just much easier. And I'm just going to put my little piece at the very end of my tweezers, and these are reverse tweezers, which means they clamp, unlike the others. I'm going to use just a very small amount of Tombow. And then I'm going to use my tweezers just to put this down like that. I'm going to do the same for our other stalk. I have these just like that. Oops, no. Like that. Okay. And then we can decide where we want to put our leaves. I think one there and then one on the other side. Like that. Okay, so finishing touches. I have here these matte decorative dots, and let's see what colour we want to use. We could use the turquoise. I'm actually going to use some of these at the bottom, which are, I think they're meant to be the Starry Sky, but I feel they match the best. And I'm going to use some of these small ones rather. So let's put a few around our cherries. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the same arrangement as before. Really not sure. You know, I'm just going to leave it like that. I tend to find less is more. I don't mind white space. So there are the two cards, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet. You can tell me which colour you prefer. I love to hear your comments, so please do leave one. I really appreciate it. If you have liked this video, I would be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. As I said before, if you want more information about the project, all the supply list, measurements, etc., it's all on the blog post, and the links to that, all my social media links, are in the description box below, so do check that out. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.